Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Craft the World. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, you guys can see that I'm getting ready for the next wave still. I have put down primarily the most of my traps. There's just a few here left on the end. All the other traps down here have already been put down. There's a few over here on the end as well that need to be put down. We have killed off all the guys that were hiding inside these cages. I really want to put more of these things down. I don't think I have any more to go around. Plus, I've already filled up all the spots. So maybe here in the future we'll put a few more down, especially when we put the Tesla towers. I kind of want a whole row where people can get trapped in there and just be annihilated, and they will just never get through this little area. But, you know, that's something we can work on here in the future. I do need to put a little bit more food down. Why I remember, because, you know, again, when they drink beer, they eat a lot of food and drink a lot more, you know, beer. So it's one of those things where, man, they go through my food so freaking crazy. I just feel like I just made all of this and they're still going through it. So we're gonna go ahead and put all this down, make sure it's completely filled up. For me, I like to have as many tables as possible because I will forget about this stuff every once in a while. And when you do forget about it, you know, it may be a while before you're like, oh crap, well, how much, you know, have they had anything to eat? And you'll find like the entire table was cleared off like, you know, 4 hours ago or something like that. Comfort rating is still at 29%, still pretty low in there. What are you guys making over here? I should put down another one of these guys once I could. You know, I can make them. And I think I did make a few of them, didn't I? I might have made just one. No, I made two. Okay, so we already have that down there in the hotbar. I should put this down here somewhere. Let's see. Where can I put it? Maybe right here? Think that goes? I mean, that might be a little bit too gaudy, you know, too much. Too many statues in one little area. I don't know, it might fit. Might fit. We'll do that. We'll see how much that takes up. Of course, it is going to give us more of an area that we have to control, and if it goes like outside of our borders, that's going to be a problem, but I think it might be able to pick up everything. Let's see how this works. He's putting it down right now. Let's see how far this goes out. You can see the line right there. The line has changed, now it's going down. So it is going down this route. We don't really want half of this area, but it's here. At least it's coming all the way over here. Where's it going now? Gonna go straight across? No, it's gonna go down. Yeah. If we put something here, we put something better than this little floor, it should just go straight across. But it's not going to just yet until we move that, and then, you know, the chair would fall through it. So I'm not really in a hurry to do that yet. Got some people over here fighting. Let's see what's going on. I need to check my drawers real quick, make sure they are all up to snuff for this next fight. I do need to make a few more health potions just in case, because this fight goes through them pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and push you guys down. Yeah, you can go back. I don't really want you to, but there's somebody standing right there who can take over for you, and now he's going to bed. So not ideal really at all. I mean, that's bad luck. You're going to sleep already. Okay, so everybody who needs to go to sleep is going to sleep. And we need to make some more potions. Let's see, do we have what we need to make our potions? Where are they? You guys are going to make me go look it up in the... You guys are going to make me go look it up, aren't you? I know where it is in here, but I went in there thinking it would be easier to get to. But it ended up not being. Okay, so here we go. Health potions. I am completely out. But I do have enough to make 3. Water? Really? Water is what I'm running out of. I probably knew that at some point before, you know, I had taken a break from the game for a little while there due to work and stuff. And now, where am I going to get freaking water from? Seriously, there's like one spot on this map where I can get food from. Water and food, and I really don't want to drain that if I don't have to. You know what? I'm probably going to have to. I do have a spell. Do I have it yet? I think I do. Where I can cast for it to rain. So I could go over there. I could go over there and, you know, drain as much water as I could. Yeah, rain or snow. Okay, so I could use power to get the water back. I just was kind of hoping not to do that, but I guess we're going to do it, guys. I guess we're going to put a portal here, come over here, and gather water just a little bit. Maybe not the entire thing. We're gonna leave it so they can refill. Now, it could go even higher than it is right now. It could go all the way up here, or even further up to here. So this whole place could fill in rather deeply. It just never has. So you can see just how little the water will appear. Where are you at? Where are you at? I don't know. Oh, you're way over here. Why are you over here, man? There's nothing for you to... I didn't tell you to come over here for any reason. I don't understand this one. And you're not really holding your own. Man, you're getting hit hard. Look at that, guys. Can you imagine getting hit with anything that knocks you back like... What is that? 6 feet, maybe? Maybe further than 6 feet? I mean, that's just... Holy crap, that's ridiculous. That's just way too much. And you're going to want a portal all by yourself, but I can't give you one. I don't have the power. Just, it's not going to happen. Now that there's water over here, you might be worth it. I bet you weren't a minute ago. Sorry, dude. You kind of got yourself into that one. And I didn't want to waste the power because I don't have a lot of it. But water, yeah, we're going after that, guys. We're going to go... Oh, and it's raining. Where's it raining, guys? There it is. In one little tiny itty-bitty spot, it is raining. Now, these places usually will fill up with water as well from time to time. But not nearly as much as I would like. There we go. We got a little bit there. I would almost say to make this entire top row, if you have the time, do an entire top row all the way across the map that has just, you know, gaps so that it can build up water for you. And I think that would be a good way for you to, you know, keep up with it if you really had to, if there's a lot of stuff you're making with it. Because there's some walls, there's some furniture and stuff that you can make with... I think that should be enough right there. We don't want to do too much water. I don't know if it, like, reproduces itself, but if we kind of leave it alone, it might do something for us. Who are we under attack by? This guy over here. You're going to die. You're going to die, buddy. You're going to die. Oh. Oh, I see how it is. You get your nice little last kill in, right? Your last little shot, and show that guy up. I like it. I like the attitude, man. Just don't die from falling, because that would just be ridiculous. Like you walking away from the explosion after it happens, like in one of those big bad, you know, blockbuster movies where Arnold will be just walking away from an explosion the size of, you know, a nuclear reactor or something like that, just going off in the middle of nowhere, and it'd just be walking away from it and then trip and like impale yourself on something. Like that would just be embarrassing for everybody, including the people watching. They'd be like, oh, okay, well that's a good reason not to walk away from an explosion, or, you know, think that full of yourself that you can do something like that. So I don't know. I mean, that would be funny if they did it in a movie, and probably they have. They probably have already done that in some comedy movie. I haven't seen it if they have, but I think that would be a fairly decent idea for them. Let's see, what do we need to make here? We need to make some more wizard staffs. And I even show you guys after I start making some of these to give them something to do here. This should be good right here. Oh, man, I hate to make so many because I don't really want that many. Let's do 8 for now. And then I can show you why I'm not doing the other ones. And I may decide to do a few of the other ones. But if you look at the rifle, it uses a lot of friggin' iron, which is good and bad in certain aspects. Bad for me because I don't have a lot of iron to go around. I have 4 things of steel. And if I go back over here to actual iron pieces, I have 19. So not a whole lot for me to mess around with on that. I could do silver arrows, but if you look at it, when it makes 10 of them. And that is horrible. Like, we're going to use an entire thing of silver here, plus wood and the feathers, and you're only going to get 10 arrows out of it. And they can go through 10 arrows in just a matter of seconds. So that's gone. Your silver's gone for good. You don't get more of it. That's just bye-bye, you know? Or you can do silver sword, which uses a lot of the friggin' silver bars. I mean, that's 4 of them compared to 2 just for the mage, you know, staffs. And these are going to be replaced by these gold ones over here. This one right here, that's named the Yakatan or whatever you want to call this one. It's not that bad. Like, it's pretty good, to be honest, compared to the one that you're going to get over here, the mithrils that are the best. And those are going to take you a long time. It doesn't look like it's very far away. Oh, it's just one row down. But it's mithril. So even once you have the ability to make this stuff, you're just not going to have a lot of it to begin with. And then, to add kind of insult to injury, is you can only open these weapons once you've done the mithril tool working, like the pickaxe and the axe. And so you're going to have to make a lot of this stuff before you can even open up this. Of course, you can skip past making the pickaxe and the axe if you just make the bars. If you just make mithril bars for these things when you want, you can kind of skip past that and get to that. Or go straight to the armor if you kind of really want to just make like one of these things, like the staff again is usually the best. But before we even get to like the high power rifles, we have to go through all this. So we have a long way to go. And really the only thing I can do on my level right now is that mage staff, even though I'm not going to use nearly half of them. And it's kind of sad because it's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to recycle most of those. And it's just going to be like I kind of wasted my time making them just for the sake of wasting my time making them so I could get that skill. And I don't really like to do it that way. I like to do it where if I can use them I'd rather make them even if it takes me longer. And that's not what I'm going to be doing on this level, basically. I'm just going to be going through and trying to get past it as quick as possible to get to the next one. And it's kind of a shame they did it that way. Like, there should be something else that I could, research and get that skill point up that might be useful to me. Because silver is rough, man. Like, I really think they should move this substance transformation. At least some of it. Maybe, like, not mithril. Mithril probably should be right here on the end with the mithril bar or something. But at least move, like, the iron ore further up, somewhere on the list all by itself, next to, like, the Chinton processing or something. Something to give you a chance to make that when you actually can use it, the silver ore. Because by the time I get this, the only one that I'm going to be interested in is the mithril. And the only reason I'm going to be interested in that is for, like, the armor and stuff, the end-game stuff. So I'm pretty sure I'll probably have to make, like, the iron and the silver and the gold before I can make the mithril. It's probably like a step process where you go through one to the other. But if it's not, the only other one that you could possibly use would be iron, so that you can put down tracks and things of that sort. The silver and the gold going to be completely replaced. Like, nobody uses those pretty much for anything. The silver armor and weapons replaced with mithril. The gold armor and weapons replaced by mithril. The only reason you're going to use gold or mithril on anything else together is going to be the Tesla Tower. So don't really see a whole lot of use for giving me these things this late in the game, but it is a new kind of thing that they've kind of thrown into the game in the first place, so maybe they're still working on, like, placement and where the best place would be to give you that at what time. I would side on give it to me early and make it kind of extensive for me to make anything out of, so that if I wanted to, I could kind of cheat, but you're giving it to me so early that I have other things that are higher on my priority list, and that way it's always there. And if I really need it, if I happen to be on a map, and these are supposed to be completely random maps, by the way, guys. So you might play a map on here that has just tons and tons of mithril, but almost no iron. And if that's the case, man, it's going to suck for you pretty bad when you get to the stage where there's a lot of things you can't progress by unless you have iron. And if you just don't have enough to go on the map, now I've never found a map that doesn't have enough. Like, you always have just enough, at least at that stage, to do what you need to do. You may not get any more later on, or at least not that much, but you usually have at least enough. And if you didn't, I guess technically you could save up your gold coins, which drop randomly from the blocks when you just chop them down. You could actually put the block up, just put it up yourself, replace it, and chop it down again, and sometimes there will be a gold coin in there. So that gives you basically an infinite source of gold coins. It may take you a gazillion years to be able to save up for what you need, but at least you have that. You still have that ability. Unfortunately, the downside to that is just how much time it might take you to do that. So if they just gave you the ability to use other resources that are common on the map, even if it took a lot of them, I still think it would probably even out a little bit better for you, and it would be a sure thing, whereas chopping this stuff down is not a sure thing. Like, you chop it down a gazillion times, you may find nothing. If you chop it down 4 times, you may find, like, 3 in each one. Like, it's completely and totally random, to the extent that usually when you find it, you'll notice it, you'll be like, oh, gold coin, or it will be just thrown in there with, like, so many other resources you won't even see it. Like, I think there's one right there that's hiding behind the stone and the gold. So I don't know, it's just kind of mixed in there randomly, and I end up, getting a fair bit of it, but only after, like, the entire game has gone through. Like, I haven't used that many, and I only have 149, so you guys go back and watch the videos and see just how many videos there are in this level, and get an idea of just how much time it takes to build up that amount. And then you'll have an idea of, like, what it would take for them to, get past a certain stage of not having iron or coal or whatever the case may be that you really, really need, which we've gotten pretty close to in some stages, where I will actually bite the bullet and just buy a few more pieces rather than roam around the map and look for, like, the few nuggets of those resources left. And usually after I do that, after I, bite the bullet and actually buy the pieces that I need, I'll find, like, a large cache of it. And so, like, it's still on the map. It's just, they play with you. Like, they're having a good time with you, I think. They say it's random, but I think they really do play with you, because it seems all too often something like that would happen. And if I was designing a level and I knew what I was doing and I was really good at it, that's how I would want to design a level, to kind of, like, teach me to hold my horses. Like, yeah, you're in a rush. We understand that. We're going to torch you a little bit, but in the end, we're going to give you what you need when you really need it, and not before, And a lot of the time, we as gamers, I think, me especially, I really can't speak for anybody else, but for me especially, I get impatient. I play games that take a long time to to level up in and stuff like that, so I can play games with you know, the best turtles out there. But at some time, you know, I'm just like, yeah, come on, you know, I want that piece, you know, like I really want that. Why are you guys jumping off? Seriously? What is this? Like the worst bungee jumping I've ever seen? I mean, why would you walk over here and just be like, whoop, whoop, I just saw my friend do it, so I'm gonna come over here and do the exact same thing. Beep, boom, right? I mean, like, what's going through their heads? Granted, they are computer characters, but you know what in their coding says that is the best choice to jump off and take a damage? Or do they not even realize they're taking damage? You know, like, I still don't see as that being the quickest route down for you as a computer player. You know, like, at what point do they say just jumping off of a cliff is probably the better choice? So it's kind of a weird jump for them to get to. But I also, you know, constantly dig on them for their lack of intelligence and just causing me headaches at times. I don't really mean it, guys. They are actually pretty intelligent compared to other video games that I've played in the past. You know, they hold their own against that. You know, like they're decent AI, but they do have, you know, flaws every once in a while that I like to point out, because it does annoy me from time to time when, you know, you tell your guys to do something and they do something so ridiculous. You're just like, what? Really? Like, what? Like, how is that? How did you get to that, you know, in your head? Like, at what point did the programmers think that was the best choice? Or what kind of weird, you know, reaction between different codings, that you know, the different updates that they have put in, you know, did it take to get to that point where the character would react in such a weird way? Because as any game has done, but as this game has put out new updates, occasionally you'll find a weird bug here and there. And one of the ones that I've seen recently is the NPCs, these little dwarfs right here, climbing in the midair. Like they're not on anything. They're just like climbing on a ladder. I've seen that a few times now, and I think I caught it on camera quite a few times as well. But it's kind of a weird little quirk that they have, and they fixed it not too long ago. You know, like it came with one patch and then went out with the next one. So they are playing it. They are catching some of the stuff they were doing, and we're actually going to get hit with another wave here, guys. I do apologize for the lag right there. I'm not sure what's going on, why I'm getting... It's probably because I'm getting close to running out of space on my computer that is going to be like, no, you might want to... Giving you a little warning there. So this will probably be the last episode I do for today, unfortunately. But, let's see, where is this wave going to... The last wave had a couple of guys that run off in some weird direction, and I wasn't quite sure why. And it seems like they always do. It seems like one of them will run off over here, they jump off, and they actually glide down at an angle instead of just falling straight down like the rest of them do, or the other ones will fall down over here. So, I don't know. I don't know if that was the way it's supposed to be, but it does seem like that is a common occurrence, so you guys might need to watch out for that when you play over here as well. Now, let's see, where did they fall down? Oh, here they come. I should put some lights up here at some point. I would love to see this portal, because it spawns right here, if you see it right here at the top of the screen. There's another one opening up right here, so they're falling down. Actually, what if I put the portal on? See, I can see a little bit better, a little bit brighter. It's still not enough. What about a torch? Nope. That's not gonna work. Let's see how many guys we're gonna get here. Quite a few guys. Holy crap. I don't know why I don't mine this entire area up here. This is what I should have been doing, right, guys? I should put traps up here, but it would eat through my tree resources. I don't know if I want to do that. It would help me out, though. A lot of guys would die up here before they even jump off. But, I don't know, we're so close to the Tesla Tower that I want the resources. I want these guys to die down here in a nice, fair fight, having a chance at least, you know, doing some damage to them, even if ultimately they don't. What are you doing, dude? Like, you're just sitting out here? Now you're stuck down there? Like, I don't understand. Oh, yeah, guys. You know what? This would be the worst thing ever if the water disabled the traps, like it should. You know, make it harder for, you know, the weight counter mechanism to go off because the water is, like, impeding that. And make all the traps that I have down here just worthless until the water is drained away. Like, they could incorporate that, and that would just negate all of this and make these levels so much harder if I could do that. I think what I'm going to do, though, is send my guys over here to attack these dudes. And that way they have a little bit of protection over here. They can also jump inside you know, the house here if they have to, because they need to get away. Oh my god, so many dudes. Get away from me. Get out. Kill them. Do it. Oh, we already have one guy running. Oh, we have 2 guys running. Oh no, this is not ending well for me. They've already busted through my ground here. Oh no, guys. Get out of there if you have to. Kill these dudes. Oh no. Oh my god, this is... These Guardians, they have a way of like sneaking up on your dudes when they're not ready and just doing so much damage because they kind of just sit there and peck at them again and again when nobody's watching. And oh no, is somebody gonna die up here? Even my computer's like, no, don't die. Don't die. We're slowing it down so you can watch it in slow motion. Oh, we're about to lose 2 guys, 1 at the top and 1 right over here on the bottom left. Oh, slow motion death for the win, and my computer is a sadist. It's making me watch this in slow motion. We're gonna freak out on you right now, man. You're gonna not want to watch this ever again. Holy crap. How long is this scene going to be? Like, is my computer going to catch up or not? Because I don't want to end it right here in the middle of a battle, but I might actually have to, guys. I do apologize for that. But it does look like I'm going to lose a few people here. Let's see if it fixes itself, because I kind of hope it will. But I bet you more than anything it's because I'm running out of space on my hard drive. I was pretty close to it before I started this video, and I was like, man, I might be able to get 1 full video in there. But now it doesn't seem like it wants to let me. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here a little short. I will finish this battle up. I'm going to lose another 2 guys right here at the top. You can see it. Each one has barely any life left, so at least 5 guys now. Holy crap, 5 dwarves dead in 1 battle. I need my Tesla tower so much. It's gonna hurt so bad on this wave. But again, guys, thanks for watching. I will definitely catch you next time.